some economists suggest that consumer spending, just in relation to tariffs, not counting inflation and other factors, consumer spending was up around 17% due to the impact of tariffs. So we think about that for a second and go, oh, wow. Okay, Joseph. So consumer spending is up almost 20%, and that may be or probably is related directly to tariffs. Well, that puts a dent in the GDP, right? Because we're actually spending more because our goods are costing more, not just because of tariffs, but also because of inflation. So that accounts for some part of the GDP. The other side of this coin, unfortunately, is consumer debt spending is up to record levels. So not only were our cost of goods up due to tariffs and other factors, towards the middle of the year, we'll see what that final number ends up being, here probably soon when the reports come out. But so we have government spending up at least 13%. So you add consumer spending up at least 17% and government spending up at least 13%. And where are we at? We're at 30% already in an increase in spending affecting the GDP number. Now let's go to healthcare. Guess what? Healthcare increased last year. Surprise, surprise. This is also a factor in the GDP. Significant increases in healthcare spending, 7%, at least 7% in healthcare spending. All right, so healthcare spending up 17%, obviously 7%, sorry, obviously not a good sign for us as consumers. So maybe not, I guess you could say, this rosy colored glasses sort of look on what we've got. So we add 17% and 13% and 7%, we're at nearly 40% of this increase now being, 40% of the GDP being an increase in spending. So we go, well, but isn't that good? Well, I don't think it's good if government spending is up 13%, but there's more to consider here. So now we're looking at really over 1.5%, probably like 1.8, 1.9% of the GDP being due to the cost of increased spending for tariffs, inflation, government spending up 13%, healthcare spending up 17%. So, we've got 37% of that GDP number